Alright. So I'll read the chats. Here we go. The Fantastic Four First Steps talk. I feel like playing some classical music right now, but Disney gets. Alright, here we go. The Fantastic Four First Steps. That movie? Man, that. I'm an MCU fan. You can see the. Okay, where is it? There we go. You can see the background right here. The incredible background right here. Man, this film. Where do I even start? Well, let's start with the beginning. We got Franklin Richards and Sue Storm just talking it up. Then we get introduced to Johnny Storm, Ben Grimm. Get introduced to those characters. The pacing is pretty fast. That's why I wish the movie was longer. They could have made it like 3 hours to flesh out the universe and to flesh out the characters more. But yeah, the conferences, they're talking about the Fantastic Four, how they've been protecting the Earth for 4 years. What's surprising is that there was no Captain America references or teasers. Like I was hoping like Captain America could be teased because I'm assuming that he's in the universe, but I didn't see anything teasing him. After all the Rogers posters, I've seen the MCU and Hawkeye and She-Hulk and Spider-Man No Way Home. Now Captain America reference tease in this movie? Okay. I don't want to forget anything. Of course, Sister is pregnant. Got a fucking Richards, which is he's on a different level now. Even bigger of a problem than Sentry is. Like, well, oh yeah, you had the villains. You had I just been up to a lot of stuff, just Walt. But now you're here. We could keep going on with this Fantastic Four talk. How's your day, just Walt? I mean, my day was fantastic. No pun intended there. But yeah, this film. Wait, have you watched the film? Because I don't want to spoil anything. There's a review. If you just brace yourself, cause spoilers all over the place. Yeah, but you had Mole Man, you had the Red Ghost, you had who else? Oh, okay. Just making sure. Okay. You had Mole Man, Red Ghost. You had the Wizard. Oh man, who else did you have? You had another villain. Forgot his name or her name. But yeah, that was crazy, man. Bro, seeing that scene for Latveria, oh my gosh, bro. I thought Doctor Doom would be there, but they're still holding him off. We gotta wait, man. We gotta wait. Yeah, but what else? We saw their powers. Reed Richards, he was stretching around. It wasn't as goofy and disgusting as the 2005 and '07 films. This was actually really good. You had Sue Storm going invisible, using her shield powers. Don't exactly remember what they're called or described as. Then you have Ben Grimm just going crazy, just bro. That seeing the Thing in the MCU, man, that's insane. And then Human Torch being Human Torch. Johnny Storr, man, you love to see it. And then we move on to the more important parts of the film. We see Shia LaBeouf. If you remember back in February, okay. You can check it out on illegal websites. That's what I did for Deadpool Wolverine, because I couldn't just go out and see a rated R movie like that. Anyways, Shia LaBeouf, she's the female Silver Surfer. I thought she would look more calm and accurate, but I guess they kept her as the female Silver Surfer. That's fun. Johnny Storm was very attracted to her. Me personally, I don't think she's attractive. Nah, she's not attractive. But anyways, she was talking about your planet's gonna be destroyed, plasmatic for death. Epic, their plan to be eaten by Galactus. I was like, oh, flip Galactus? They're gonna have to leave, right? No, Reed Richards, he's gonna be trying to make a multiversal portal. But no, he's trying to figure out a way to trap Galactus. So I'm thinking, Reed, how are you the smartest man alive trying to trap Galactus? The hell's wrong with you? And then they decide to go to a spaceship. And I'm just thinking, you gotta be kidding me, right? And then we see Galactus, Devourer of Worlds. If I saw this in 40X, I could have passed out. Seeing that in 3D though, big 3D. I'm not calling it Big D. That's come on, man. Like, who decided to call that Big D? Come on, get real. Galactus was not as menacing as I thought he would be. I mean, he was menacing, but it was like I don't know. Maybe it's because he wasn't like as big as, because I guess he shrunk. But this dude's a problem. I think Galactus was playing nice, because he could just kill them right there. I don't know. Anyways, they got up out of there because they're like, oh, I don't know, we're not doing with them. So they got up out of there. They barely made it out. And then they figure out a plan to get Galactus out of here. And they're telling the people, so we encountered Galactus. You guys aren't safe. They're gonna figure something out. They figure stuff out. Trying to prepare for this guy to come up and dominate. And then, Shia LaBeouf tries to come through. Human Torch uses some type of device thingy to drive her off. Trying to tell her, wait, you trying to get into my planet when you saved yours? And then Galactus comes forth. Not the tornado. The real Galactus. Shrinking. He wants that kid. He wants that power. I can't blame him. I thought it'd be the opposite. I thought he'd be scared of Franklin, but instead he wants him. He's like, nah, I'm taking him for myself. And then the battle happens. I'm just thinking, why are you even trying? Reed is getting stretched. He's getting stretched like a Dang, I don't have that. I don't have that toy with me. But he was getting stretched. You know, he was getting stretched. He was getting stretched like this, like this. Man, I couldn't imagine. And I was thinking, where's Doctor Doom? That's what I was thinking the entire time. Like, where's Doom? Is he just gonna show up and like kill Galactus? Nah, he can't do that. But like, could we like at least see him for like? Is he gonna show up like, out of nowhere and just like say, "Give me Franklin. Let me just get out of here," or like maybe drag. I'm just thinking because I remember in the Secret Wars comics, I think Doctor Doom was like going after Galactus or like something like that. Maybe he couldn't reach him. He wasn't that powerful at that moment. The fact that Doom was missing from his chair was already planning all this before Galactus came. Interesting. Anyways, somehow Sue Storm pushes Galactus into the machine thingy to teleport him into space so that he's just stranded there. That's kind of dumb, but okay. I'm not buying viewers. We're not doing that. Anyways, to get the kid back, Sue Storm, she dies. The kid revives her. No surprise. And then they basically save the planet. And then alert comes on. They got stuff to do. The end. Honestly, that's better than all the Fantastic Four movies out there. There's a Fantastic Four movie in the 90s. If you haven't heard of that one, that tells you it's the only reason why they put out they didn't even put it out. The only reason why they made that Fantastic Four movie in the 90s was just to keep the rights. So ignore that. So then you have 2005, trash. 2007, worse. Fantastic, but just I like it doesn't exist. This film right here is probably the only good Fantastic Four film. And by every means, it's better than all the other ones. It's visually good. The suits are good. Everything about it is good. And it's not. It doesn't do anything that modern day superhero films do. There's another thing too. It's better than Superman. Only that it should have been longer. This movie is a easy 11 out of 10. It was amazing. Fantastic. Now, when he said his clobbering on, it wasn't as exciting. I thought it was going to be like Tamim X-Men or Avengers Assemble or Wakanda Forever. Like that. Like, it should have been hype. But that wasn't hype to me. He was like his clobbering on. Like, just shoves him off. Come on, man. I thought it was going to be like, we aren't the Inhumans. Wait, what? Who the hell says that? This is why Marvel wants to forget about the Inhumans. What are humans gonna say? Like, how are they gonna assemble? Black Bolt can't even talk. So, damn. Wait, what would DJ say? I have no idea. Anyways, movie is 11 out of 10. Amazing film. Should have been longer. The only thing I have to say about this movie that'll make it better, that the only thing they could have done to make it better is just to make it longer. It should have been longer. And it should have had a post-credit scene with a Council of Reeds. I would have loved to see that. But we got two post-credit scenes. We got one with Doctor Doom taking freaking Richards with his mask off like this. And from the looks of it, that's the real classic Doctor Doom. Finally, man. They're actually doing him right. Unlike the other trash films. And then number two, we got Fantastic Four cartoon. A resemblance of the Hanna-Barbera Fantastic Four film. I love Hanna-Barbera. They made a lot of great cartoons like Tom and Jerry, Flintstones. They had Yogi Bear. They had Jesse. What else did they have? Jetsons. Yeah. Yeah, Hanna-Barbera. Yeah, they're legends for sure. But there you go. This is my first steps talk. Pretty clean talk. Now what I'm thinking is who's in the spaceship? Who's in the Fantastic Four spaceship? It could be Sue Storm. I really don't know. Yeah, this movie was great. Just need to make it longer. Yeah, that's all I pretty much have to say. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with new skits. I mean, yes, with new skits. And stream.